Hey there. So today I want to ask you a question. I want to ask you what the purpose or what the intent of niche media is. And when I talk about niche media, I'm not talking about media that just goes out and covers everything. I'm talking about, say, hobby journalism. In this instance, I'm going to be talking about Anime News Network and anime journalism, but we could be talking about gaming journalists, comic journalists, and on. What exactly is their intent? What do they seek to accomplish? Now, for myself, I would say that they're supposed to tell you about the subject or niche media, this time anime. They're supposed to get your interest in it or maintain your interest in it, to sell you said product, because they make it interesting. They make you want to be part of it, and they want you to return to their coverage. I think that pretty much exemplifies what they should be doing. If you notice, however, in the last, say, 5 years or so, niche media seems to think they can do it without you. They think that those places out there, they'll continue to advertise with them no matter what they do or what they say. They can go out, they can attack you, they can attack the very people that go and buy these products, and of course they can get away with it. That's what we're seeing right here today. We are looking at somebody that is talking about the VIX situation, and they're going to go out and they're going to attack people that are involved in the anime field. If you look at who this person is, this is a staff critic at Anime News Network and also the author of a specific book out there, a book that I don't truly care about. Now, I find it interesting. Like I say, in comics, it's the same thing. You see this happen again and again. Were you being told, hey, you don't belong here? You get purity tested if you have an opinion. Saw that with games, see that with anime. It seems to be the same thing over and over. And you know what we keep seeing with that as well? We keep seeing a diminishing return on said hobbies. And well, these media outlets, they've pretty much gone the way of the dinosaur. Now, looking at what this dude has to say here too. Looking at exactly how this comes across from Bob Duh. This is true of basically all online gates. He's talking about, say, a comic gate, an anime gate, any of that. And people, they don't self-apply these labels. When people are called, say, Comics Gate or Anime Gate, those weren't self-applied. They're applied from the external, from one of these folks. They want to put that on you so they can pretty much diminish what you're saying. This is what I've been talking about for a while. Calling you Anime Gate allows this type of argument. But continuing, it's basically all / gates, but it's wild how fully invented this whole quote-unquote controversy is. Because it's totally an invented controversy when you're talking about defending someone that is having their life and livelihood burned down. Now, what they're talking about here is the Japanese Times, or Japan Times, rather. And if you look at the headline here, basically, this is a shot across the bow at conventions. Conventions basically take this right on the chin. And anyone that stands up and says, hey, this isn't it, this isn't what we should be looking at, well, you're just out there engaging in controversy because of, there isn't an argument with two sides. So basically, there isn't an argument with two sides. The people over here that are saying, hey, I'm standing with that guy until there's more proof. Vic, he either has a lot of young fans who don't know how adult businesses work, so right there, you're all a bunch of little kids and can't believe that someone who is important to them is a bad person. That right there, they have diminished, they have added a qualifier telling you that your opinion, it doesn't actually matter. You don't actually rate. You don't get an opinion because you're just a little kid. And then on top of that, the other side of it, there's the Pied Pipers that are trying to influence you, making you dance to a certain beat. So on top of this, there's an entire industry of right-wing YouTubers. Now, when you see that language, what they're trying to tell you in current year, they're trying to tell you that you're one of those goose steppers, one of those N to the A to the Z to the I's. That's right. You're one of the monsters out there who's made it their purpose in life to tell those fans their shapeless anger is totally just, and that there's some massive conspiracy keeping them down. This coming from Anime News Network. You know, the place that decided around the 13th to put together a list of people that were in the anime scene that were some type of offenders. They totally just decided to do that spontaneously. They pushed it forward. They put it in Polygon even after one of their people got listed. But of course they had to bail on it after that happened too. But still they furthered that argument. How did that argument further? Well, it kept moving right up until the invention of hashtag KickVic. But hey, of course, you know, nothing was ever planned behind the scenes. I mean, we didn't just see them do that 17 days before they actually dropped an article on it. Oh no. No. They weren't out there conspiring. You totally didn't notice that. And also that anger you feel when you see people attack like this, it's not just at all. You don't know what you're talking about. You're just some kind of a terrible monster. The first group they're talking about, you children out there, need to genuinely grow out of their cruelty and naivete. You are cruel and naive, little kids. And the second group are willfully disingenuous actors who will never change. Willfully disingenuous. Twitter lingo at its finest, trying to obfuscate the true criminality of, say, an ANN. Again, niche entertainment. That is supposed to bring you something, represent a commodity, and really doesn't make you want to tune into said commodity. There's nothing to quote-unquote debate with, just an elemental force of ignorant rage and propaganda. So again, kids, you're ignorant. You know, you just got a rage in you. You right there, you buy into the propaganda. You're garbage human beings. Don't you love that? No volume of evidence will convince a child their hero is a bad person. A child. No evidence. Where in the hell is your evidence? Let's put that on the back burner. No irrefutable counterpoint will make these YouTubers grow a conscience. Irrefutable counterpoint. Where was that again? Was that in the article that you had to actually redact pictures from because that, when you were sculpting a narrative, didn't work out for you? Is that what you're talking about there? Or is it somewhere else? Is it housed in accusations from people that have also gone out and faked swattings? Maybe those folks, or some of the most reprehensible people that I have actually seen take center stage in quite some time. Are those the folks I'm supposed to be listening to? I'm a little confused on this. This is just the toxic, inescapable background noise of fandom. Now, I want you to think about this too. You are background noise. I mean, the people who buy said products and support it enough to tune into these outlets. You're not the heartbeat. You're the background noise. What do they think the heartbeat of this is then? What do they think actually makes this stuff survive and thrive? See, that's what you got to ask yourself here. Who do they think they are? They must think that they are the brain there, or they are the heartbeat. That's the amazing part to me there. This may sound like a hopeless thread, but my point is more than friendlier debate is not an answer. We're dealing with dedicated, fundamentally insincere, and malicious political force, and we need to understand that, So we're dedicated there, you know, because the people I've met up with that I actually like say a Yellow Flash or a Nick Rekieta, that I stream with, or people like Hero Hey or Senpai is Home, all of these folks out there, apparently we are marching forward. We are a political force. I mean, that's amazing. When you talk to a lot of us, you'll see how we don't like politics, or, you know, we have different thoughts on it. It may actually surprise you what's there. And really, they turn this stuff into a right-left situation. When I'm looking at it, it's a right-wrong situation. But hey, you know, that's too simplified, right? Every time a new situation arrives where right-wing conspiratorial end of fandom can say the SJWs are at it again, they will collectively engage with the full force of their performed rage, and their fans will follow suit with an endless volume of sincere rage. outrage. Yeah, because totally burning down people's lives, that's somehow, in some way, okay. And the people out there, the ones that purity test, the ones that actually do that, oh no, it's not indicative of the same folks with the same mindsets and the same behavior being reflected doing this over and over again. Of course, it's all conspiracy. You don't know anything there. Anyone who has had any sort of platform on social media knows this is true, and it is a threat that hangs over every potential public comment. Even just voicing your support for victims will put you in the crosshairs of these people. So if some public figures seem frustrated or short with commenters, please know that they're almost certainly dealing with vast volume of private comments and are all publicly intended purely to make them feel terrible about themselves, leading them to potentially saying something in anger that can then be fed back into the outrage machine, thus retroactively justifying the campaign against them. Basically, people can treat you like garbage. They can say whatever because, hey, you're not the person putting money in their pockets. You need to keep feeding that thing. You need to keep feeding them money because how dare you ask for professionalism? How dare you have an opinion? I mean, if you go out and you actually ask somebody out there that has been slogging through destroying someone's career, if you ask them, why in the world are you doing this? And they treat you like trash, well, keep giving your money. And in fact, go further. Be kind. You need to be kind to those folks. There are more than enough willfully malicious characters at work here, and the internet's biggest social media channels are designed to foster misunderstanding and anger while dehumanizing everyone. Coming from Anime News Network, I find that to be not only particularly reprehensible, but I find it to be laughable too. Now you can see people comment on that. Well, you see 666 talking about that. Very good person there, actually. Lots of people respond to this, but I'm not going to get into the responses. I want you to tell me what you think about it. I want you to respond. So leave comments on this. Let me know what you think about being told that you're just children, or being told that all of this out here, it's just outrage fodder. Because again, watching a dude's life and livelihood be burned down, that's somehow a-okay. And out here, when we're talking about sides, they tell you you're not equal, and that's true. We aren't equal. If you look at the sides out there being promoted, it reminds me of someone going in and setting a building on fire, and the people coming in to put said fire out. Only right here, we're not looking at a building. We're looking at someone's reputation and their occupation being put ablaze, and we are trying to put that out. We're trying to show what's out there. And yeah, I don't see equality in that. I see, justifiable outrage there. And of course, if people are going to continue acting like this, then yeah, you can definitely put a $sign on it. But anyhow, you tell me what you think. If you like this kind of content too, make sure that you subscribe. Make sure you hit that bell for daily content, and make sure that you check out links. I would say something funny about that normally, but these kind of people, they get on my nerves sometimes, and today I just don't feel like joking about that. But yes, I would definitely encourage you to check out all of that. Check out the daily content and on. I appreciate that too. That's why I want to end as well. These folks, I was talking about the purpose of niche media, and they have forgotten the whole thing about you being the thing that actually fuels endeavor. I do not want to forget that. I want to end every time by telling you the same message, because you need to understand that you here are respected. These folks, they don't respect you. They don't respect your money. Me, I like to see exactly what you think. You don't have to agree with me either. Agree, disagree. We're still part of the same community, and I'm glad that you show up. Accordingly, I want to thank you. I appreciate you showing up, and we'll do this again next time. Thanks.